Good day, folks. I've been really busy, as many of you know, because I haven't posted for a while. Been trying to learn this new stuff here in the background. So, as you see, I'm trying to essentially 3D print stuff here with the new equipment and working on my server over here. But there's always something going on, right? So, this is the server that actually runs my form, typewrite.social, and a few things, trying to get it installed on the rack. But always things they don't tell you, right? Like these fans in here have these connectors which are not compatible directly with the power supply I had. So now it's just waiting 3 more weeks for adapters, getting all of that to fit. So, and at the same time, working on my new workstation area here. Got the track lights up, which I like a lot, by the way. So this is just sitting here for now. I'm gonna assemble a stand for this, and they're redoing my place, so it's a mess. So they gutted out most of my place and redid everything. In a couple weeks, it's going to be the windows, new door. It's a mess. They're ripping everything apart in here. I'm gonna redo my floors even. So over here is just temporary spot. So I'm having problems figuring out the 3D printing stuff, and they tell me it's the humidity that's screwing around with my prints, but as you see, 20% indoor humidity, so I guess the micro drafts from the window, quickly learning, it's messing up the, see, I got this stuff here, maybe it's too intense for beginners, but it's like sucking up the moisture like a wick. I got the settings minimal. Remember, I haven't done this before, so. And at first here, all my stuff was like sliding off the pad. So they told me in the forums, I don't know if I'm doing it right, take a glue stick and just smear the glue. And it seems to be doing it, but makes a mess on the pad, right? I'm trying to reprint these over and over again. I'm noticing, there's a lot of stringing. But they're singing this stuff here strings, so whatever. Crazy ideas like burning off with a torch. But ultimately what I want to do here is bases for coils and that sort of thing, right? Or Bedini kind of stuff, and I've been putting it off for way too long. And I'm just giving you all an update because I haven't posted in a while, but there's just so much going on here. And once I get all of this stuff cleaned up, it's going to be nice in here. I'll be able to resume my videos. So right now, just trying to, it's really weird. The slicing software that comes with the printer sucks. Like, it hangs on Windows, it crashes a lot, it doesn't import SVG formats. So it seems to be working pretty good, so I guess the glue on the pad works well for this type of material. It seems to be printing pretty clean anyways for what it is. And then a nice base too. Silly thing that they don't tell you when in the manual is when you build the base plate to literally take something like this and sweep away the stringing. And once that's done, from that point on, it's pretty good. Keep the base clean, is what I've learned, and then the rest does itself. So, hopefully I'll be able to build brackets and coils and all kinds of things in no time. So yeah, some of the things I've been experimenting with. See, it works with the hyper stuff really, really good, no problem, right? No stringing, no nothing. But the thing with that is the demo reel was very limited. So I got the regular stuff, right? But I was going to print, power cell stuff. So here's one I did, seems okay. But it struggles sometimes, like here, look. Maybe it's the way I put the glue. But I'm just starting to learn this stuff here. And hopefully it's going to work out. I had a whistle that works pretty good. So yeah, and I got a bunch of stuff I want to do. I'm going to work on building my own cores and stuff. So there's a lot coming up here on my channel. Oh, and I'm really enjoying the new surveillance system in here because I'm looking for security. You can literally see me. So I got my app. I like this because I could see out the window outside and what's going on each window. Make sure nobody steals my snacks in my kitchen. And then nobody goofing off with my equipment, so that's good. So this is where I do my little presentations here. Still haven't cleaned up from the last. So yeah, again, just making this video, just an updated video, because it's been like maybe a month or so that I haven't done really anything significant. But like I said, they are working on my place and it's a mess. And this is like my lab right now, another mess. Because we are just putting stuff everywhere while they are working. They just did my washroom completely, so I still literally have the curtains for the shower. They still need to fix all of that, so I'm literally... Anyways, oh, over here is going to be an interesting thing. I'm going to be building cores very soon, so I've got all the moldings for it, different cores. Finally got a supplier for barium ferrite powder and such things, so hopefully that's gonna come in soon. More experiments. And over here, yeah, just so much stuff here. Nothing's permanent, it's just a mess. So this I had streaming for a while. It's still working, haven't touched it. So yeah, I'm going to have to get back to all of this stuff here. So by the way, if you're looking for barium ferrite magnets, really cheap, what I do is I like to take them out of old car speakers. But most car speakers, especially the vintage ones, are very expensive. Not everyone wants to pay like $200 or more to experiment and basically ruin good speakers to get barium ferrite. But I found this brand here, by the way. They're like $20 or so on eBay. They're practically giving this away. And these speakers here are barium ferrite. So it's a perfect size for experimentation. And you can get your barium ferrite, worst comes to worst, out of this. And for all you US people, this is a good deal because you don't have to pay for customs and import whatever. If you need the powder, worst comes to worst, because it's barium ferrite, it's easy to squish up, you know, just gently put in a bag and hammer it away. And there's your crude powder, right? So, yeah, this one here, great source of barium ferrite for like dirt cheap.